Every month a brand new board, pretty colors, themes galore. Get inspired, make a card, creativity's your reward. No, link it up, don't be shy, one will win, give it a try. 15 team to spend with glee, crafty goodies, yay, so free. Join the fun, come and see, on the Not Too Shabby blog with me.
Hello, crafty friends. Happy Moody Monday. Hi, Jamie. Hey, Terry K. Welcome, welcome. Glad everyone is here. It is a new month, which means we have a new mood board. And I believe that the blog system, everything is having some issues. I don't know that it's up yet, but I can show you what it is. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Lori. So these are the goodies that I got to work with this month that go with the mood board. Let me show you the fantastic October challenge mood board. It is, I'm in love. I think I say that every month. Teresa does such an amazing job putting together the colors, the themes, all the things. So we do have a color palette as well. So this month's color palette is kind of these cool, but well, not necessarily cool. The blues, kind of a teal. I love that yellowish color and the orangey red. Oh, thanks, Teresa. I can still show it. So we got it here. It will be up. They're working on the blog, getting everything together. So here is the color palette. Then here is the mood board. So you've got blues, the log cabin, cocoa or coffee, whatever your, whatever your little delight in a cup is. The snowflakes, I love the gold snowflakes on the blue. Yeah, tech gremlins have been a thing this week. Well, since this weekend. I know that for me, Apple and my Mac did a huge update, so I think everything updated along with that. Let me show you. I know, it's beautiful. So I have Woodland Christmas, and there are so many fantastic designs. Again, all of them are fantastic. And I love plaids. That's all right, Shelley. I think most of us can read typo. It just our brains automatically fill in those spaces of things that might be incorrect, and then they're correct in our heads. So we read it correctly. Yeah, Teresa, mine updated to a whole new iOS. My Mac did, and my phone did. And actually, I like it. I haven't noticed any weird things lately. But today we have a fun fold, and I'm excited because look at this ephemera that came with this kit. And this is the Woodland Christmas ephemera. All of these, I'm obsessed. And I've already pulled some out for our project today, but these little critters, and each month Jamie asks the challenge team, what do you want to work with? I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, the critters. Look at these bears. Aren't they adorable? And this little wolf and a lynx. And somewhere in here, there's little foxies, these owls. Oh my gosh. Look at these little owls. I had so many ideas. So today we are actually making either 2 or 3 cards. I haven't decided yet. Using this one, and the ephemera. And let me show you, let me get these guys back in the envelope. I have to go to a bigger envelope because otherwise they just end up falling everywhere. All right. So the card we are doing today is this card. Here's the front. And I have a tree here. I need to do some ink blending along the side. I should have done that before. And then you open this up and there we go. I'm trying to figure out how I can show it that it shows. It's a pop-up card. But it's so fantastic to display these cute little pieces of ephemera and the pattern paper. So you can pull all of these in and it folds flat. It's not very thick. It doesn't weigh very much. You could easily, tuck a gift card pocket here, put your sentiment on here and write your message on the back. Wouldn't that be cute? You could even put your pop-up gift card here so that it pops up, and then your message here as well. So there's so many options to kind of manipulate, adjust, I don't know what the word would be, and yeah, make this one your own. I have got I will put all the dimensions in the description box, but I have most of them are on here. So this base is 11 by 4 1/4, and then your top layer here would be 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to show the inside. If you want to grab a screenshot, you can do that. I don't know if it shows up, but here are the dimensions on this. Again, I will write them all out and put them in the description box, but it goes together really, really easy. So we're going to do a few because it's fun. It's so fun. And that one. And the ephemeras that I picked, ephemera, the critters that I picked are, I picked the little hedgehog. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this guy. I need a whole hedgehog set. Just this little cute guy. And then I've got a Santa sack. See, I pulled out all the hedgehogs are here. Little tiny hedgehog. And his little squirrel buddy. So we're going to use that one. And then on the second one, I pulled out this little bear, but also the trees with the owl. Jamie, that hedgehog, so cute. But so is this little bear. Look at his little face and little owl friends. So yeah. And then I made these sentiments. And then, hey Reagan, and hello to anybody I might have missed coming in. I foiled this, you can't really tell, with the pink and main foil. It's my favorite, but I have some other sentiments here. So I have all my little pieces together. I have my papers already cut, but I will give you the dimensions if you're taking notes. Uh-oh, I lost a page. So here is my inside. And let's see, which one do I want? I think I'm gonna go with the plaid. Surprise, surprise. And we're gonna do red because I did green last time. So just a regular card base. And I did use colored cardstock, which for me, I had to find. So just a tall card base, 11 by 4 1/4. Then for our inside, it's 10 1/2 by 4. And then it goes, so we're gonna fold it into an M or a W. So we've got this, and it actually is gonna be this way. So it's like our little bench seat here. If you guys wouldn't mind, hit the like button, share it out into the interwebs, do all the things. So we're going to give this a good crease because then that kind of lowers our bulkiness because we are using quite a bit of the paper. And on some of the lighter papers, I am going to ink blend along the edges, just to kind of set it off against the white paper here. So I've got that. This is going to be my card front, and I'm going with the plaid. And we're using the hedgies. And I think on the front, I have no fingernails. I can't pick them up. We're going to use this big guy because that's just so cute. But we're going to do that part last. We'll do our insides first. I don't have space on my desk. Oh my gosh, my desk after this weekend was a disaster. Did anybody do anything fun for World Card Making Day? Did you craft along with any of the amazing things that were going on? The paper escape, there was scrapbook and cards today. So many things went on this weekend. Yeah, things are weird on the phones, I think. So let's see. We got to audition our papers. And I've got plaid on the outside. I think I'm going to put the trees behind them. And I think we'll do pine cones. What's this one? The plaid. Oh, I do like the deer, but I cut off all their heads. So we'll go this way. Paper escape was so fun. There were so many things going on. I was flipping through. I think I had like 5 windows open with different things going. So these lighter ones here, we are going to do just a little bit of ink blending with some pine needles along the side. There was a lot going on. My desk was a disaster. Plus, I was trying to prepare for videos and lives that I have. But when I record, I love to have um, uh, things on. My ink pad looks a little grungy. Oh, farmer's market. So fun, Reagan. Paperscape. Paperscape was cool. Lynn had some fantastic designers that did great projects. So we're just gonna do a little blendy along the edges. I struggle with ink blending. I will tell you that now. I'm just not very good at it. Yeah, Lynn put together a fantastic, her and Carrie, which they complement each other really well. I absolutely love Carrie. Oh my gosh, she is such a hoot. Um, and everybody did really well. Do y'all have a favorite project that was shown? They were all fantastic. I liked Kendra's one, and uh Julie. Was it Julie Tillman that did the words are hard? The little book, the little book thing. All right, so we just kind of distress those edges. It doesn't really match. It's all right. It's okay. All right, so let's get our papers together. And once you have everything cut, these would be so easy to mass produce. I am going to wipe the ink off of my hands because the other day I was working along and oh yeah, Walter's thing. There were so many good ones. And I thought, oh, I love this one. And then the next one would come up and oh, I love this one. Um, sorry, the other day I was doing a video and for Kendra, I think, and ended up with ink on my hands from my pen and then had big old ink splush on the inside of my card. So trying to be a little bit more aware that my thing, see, I got it right here already on my paper. Is that really bright? Let me turn this down just a little bit. I've been trying to play with my colors, and today it's kind of dark and stormy here. So I had to adjust my colors on my camera and get it all together. No heat foiling technique was, I know, so many things. So many things. I love the virtual retreats like that. I always learn so much, and you can pick up so much from everybody. Yeah, it's dark and stormy. Well, I mean, we need the rain. I'm not complaining. I love a rainy day. And but it messes with my my cameras. I am going to be redoing my craft room space. Right now, my craft room is the place where monitors and computer parts go to die. Behind me is actually our guest bed, and uh yeah, you can't see it because it's covered with the monitor graveyard. So we're going to move those out to the building. I agree, Reagan, 100%, because there's always somebody that's got a cool idea. All right. On here. Plaid. Green. Yeah, that way. So I am in South Alabama. I'm in Mobile, so we are right on the Gulf Coast and needed the rain. But it's just kind of, the dogs even are like, we're like, you want to go outside? And they're like, I'll wait. We have 3, and 2 of them do not like if it storms, if the rain is too loud. And it's really funny because Hero is my husband's service dog, and Abner is my little crafting buddy, my little lap-ish dog. And they switch. Hero comes in here with me because he's scared, and Abner sits up on my husband's shoulders. All right, so there is our insides already. Look at that, super quick. Okay, we have our second little pop-up piece, which is, it's just 1.5 by 2, and then scored at a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1.5. Oh, fun, Reagan. All right, I got to find my score tape because that's what I'm going to use here. And I'm getting down to the last bit of this roll, which I've had for probably 15 years. That's so pretty over there. All right, there we go. And we're going to give this a good smushing. And I'm throwing hedgehogs. All right. And then to do this, oh, I just stuck it to my table. Durr. We're gonna line it up fairly close to our score line, but not on it, and centered. But you could do it off center, and you could do multiple ones that were different sizes if you wanted more pop-ups. So I have it here, and then I'm just gonna close this one and get it on the other side. So now we have our second little pop-up. So we've got pop-up and pop-up. And then for my little scene here, I think I'm going to do this little tiny hedgehog and a present on here. And I'm just going to put some tape right along the front here. There we go. And you could ink up the edges here. You could trim them down, whatever you like to do. So we're going to put this, trying to get a good angle. There we go. So that it kind of touches the bottom, but is not, so it'll still close. And he's a little crooked, but that's all right. He's on a crooked stump. Maybe it's on a hill. All right, let's add our little present down here. There we go. So there is our inside. We laugh, Terry. We say that here we have, like, we have summer and not quite summer because it stays pretty warm all year round. When we lived in Alaska, we would say that we had winter and not quite winter because it was always kind of chilly. But last year we had 8 inches of snow here, which is not typical. Hey Barbara, how are you doing, friend? All right, so we're just trimming down this little sentiment, and you could put your sentiment here so that you see it like you would see it here when you open your card, and then put a place to write your message here, which is what I think I'm going to do. Terry, we were stationed in Kodiak for 8 years. So we went from Kodiak, Alaska to Mobile, Alabama. It's a little bit of a culture shock. And I'm going to put mine here. I just realized my kisses is not centered, but that's all right. It's all right. It'll be okay. I could have put Merry Christmas, but construction and fire. Right, Carol? I grew up in I've lived not all over, kind of. I grew up in Washington State, over on the Olympic Peninsula. And all right, let's see. Got these left. I'm gonna look in my ephemera pack and see if I can find just a little something cute that goes with these guys. Oh, you know what? No. The little owl, he's gonna go with his little owl friends. I think we'll put a little deer. Oh, yeah, eastern side gets, yeah, I grew up in Squim, but the eastern side of Washington gets a lot more severe weather. Like it's really hot or it's really cold. It goes a lot different. Isn't that Santa Bag adorable? Everything. Everything. Super cute. All right. Let's get our front on here. Oops. My little guy is running away. All right, so we're going to put our plaid on the top. This paper pack, I love. Absolutely love it. It was a hard choice this month. There was a lot of new ones that were fabulous, but I had to go with the critters. They are my favorite. All right, there we go. Now we're going to do our hedgehog with the Santa sack. We don't need these guys. But let's find... I think that's it. I think we're going to do this, and because this card is not, it's going to stay here with me, I have to. We're going to make him wobble. He has to wobble. So let's figure out where we're going to put him. Like this. And you could put another, sentiment on the front as well. Here, so let's get our little Santa sack. There, and on my sample one that I did, the log cabin is on a really thin piece of foam, so there's just a little dimension there. So this one would be easy to mail. The wobbler one might be a little harder to mail. Wobblers, I'm obsessed with wobblers. Anytime I can put them on, I will. Hold on, let me shut my door real quick. Okay. All right, let me get this on here. And I always, googly eyes would be hilarious too. I always, which way does a wobbler go? I always put it so that the like heavier part is on top, because I think that makes them wobble more. I mean, in my head, not logically, theoretically, that's how it would work, is that if it's heavier on the top, it's going to wiggle more. So I don't know if that works or not, but in my head, doing craft math, that's how it would go. And then I add glue on there too. Oh my gosh. How fun. And hedgehogs need to wobble. That's, I think, just a given. Oh my gosh, so cute. All right. Yeah, you don't want those wobblers coming off. Oh, I know. And look, when they stand up, I mean, he still wiggles. It's so cute. All right, now we are going to glue our inside piece down. And it is shorter, you think, because I looked at it and I was like, those dimensions aren't right. But it is a little shorter to kind of make it stand up the way it's supposed to. So yeah, wobblers, and they crack me up every time I use one. They make me laugh. So we're gonna get that stuck on there really good. And we're gonna come to, oh look, I just popped him off. Well, we'll put him back on in a minute. I was messing, I should have done him last. Sorry, Hedgie. All right, here we go. And you still do your same kind of dimensions or border, and it just pulls it up a little bit. So it's not a perfect like flat fit, but it makes it stand up. All right, let's get him glued back on. Sorry, Hedgie. I didn't mean to pull you off there. He's so cute. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. See, yeah, I need a whole set that is just hedgehogs. Let your glue dry before you start playing with it. There you go. All right, we're gonna set him aside, but our card's done. We're gonna do another one, Miss Barbara, so you didn't miss anything really. There's our inside. It's hard to get this to where you guys can see. Let me go this way. So there is our inside. So it will sit like you could put this on a mantle and it would be perfectly displayed. And then it would mail. This one won't, but it is really quick and the dimensions aren't hard and I didn't use that much paper. So yeah, it's really quick. You got an ad? Well, it's all right. Sorry about that, Miss Carol. Yeah, it is a great way to show all the paper. But you could do it all the same as well. You could use the same paper. No need to hoard. What do you mean, Miss Carol? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Now I got to open the door because Abner's mad that the door's closed. All right. He has to always come in and make sure everything's okay. Usually he comes in to tell me that it's his lunchtime and I have to go sit with him. But we're not doing that today. All right, so there is number 1. Now we're going to do number 2. And we got this one right here. I need to cut real quick. I need to cut an inside so you guys can see the whole process. It's really fast. We got to bring in the big trimmer, which is very old. So we're going to cut this one to 4. And then I got to switch because it's too big and I don't want to put the little arm on. Oh my gosh. I know. Reagan, he's so bossy. We're just going to take a little 1/2 inch off right here. And then we are going to score at 3 1/4, 5 1/4, and I don't have 7 1/4, so I'm just going to flip it and score at 3 1/4. And then we're going to fold into our mountains and valleys. So we have either an M or a W. Where's my bone folder? There it is. There we go. So there's that. Then we have our little inside, which is 1 1/2 by 2, scored at 1/2, 1 inch, and 1 1/2. All right, we've got this is our outside paper, our inside papers. I'm missing one. Well, we'll just have to cut another one. And we are using the little bear and his friends, his woodland friends today. So I think we will go with, oh, the trees. I haven't used that one. We'll do the trees. And we're going to kind of do it. I'm going to do it a little different. We're going to go tree, plaid, tree, plaid. just to change it up. Yeah, find another plaid. What's on the other side? Oh, the red. Probably because I love that one. Oh, we got hats too. Did I use all my red? That can't be good. There it is. Not big enough though. Haha, there it is. All right. So we've got trees and plaids. And we're going to cut these down to, they're 3 inches by 3 1/4. So we're going to go 3 1/4 by 3. And then our little section is 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I've got this scrap here that's already 3 1/4. So we're just going to go to 1 1/4 there. And then our plaid, we're going to do the same thing. I've got, nope, not that one. 3 3/4 by 1 3/4 and by 3. All right, and we're going to save all of our little pieces. All right, let's get this put together. This one. So we're going to go plaid. I may have cut that one wrong, but that's all right. Actually, we'll go trees, plaid, trees, plaid. I love these trees. Oh, yeah, sure. So here is the template, and I will put all the dimensions in the description box, Terry. There you go. If you want a screenshot, do 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 do. And then the front, this is just a regular card base, and then your first layer would be 5 1/4 by 4. And then this piece, your long piece, is 10 1/2 by 4. But I will put all of the dimensions inside. It's hard to get it in a view where everything shows with the way that I wrote it. Did that help, Terry? These little hats are pretty cute too. I like these trees. They remind me of Washington. Put this one on the bottom. I need to refill all my glues. I love this plaid. So they are super quick to go together once you have, and you could easily mass produce these. If you were doing, like a class or anything, they're not, I don't think they're hard, and they've got some of that kind of wow factor because of the pop-ups. Make it really fun. And like I said, you could put oh, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Not that one. Not that one. Let's see what I have a scrap of that'll. That's the same. we're going to do a gift card holder. The trees are directional. Can't do that one. Deers are directional. So we'll go with this one. We're going to cut this down. Let me just make sure that a card's going to fit that way. This is my fake card. I used it as a paint scraper. All right, we're going to cut this down just a little bit we'll go 1 1/4. It just needs to kind of hold the card in there. But how fun is this going to be? And then I'm just going to take my little circle punch and just cut a little notch. You wouldn't have to because the card's going to stick up out of there. But we're going with the plaid. And I am going to use my score tape right at the edge. Now let me make sure my card's still going to fit. It might have to go that way, but that's all right. It can pop up. It'll work. We could put it down here, but that's no, we're going to have it pop up. So the gift card's going to pop up as well. All right. Ah! Knocking things over. Hands aren't working today. There we go. All right, so we're going to put this right on here. Let's do our little pop-up feature. And this is an easy way to add, a pop-up to any card that you do. You could easily put one of these little mechanisms on the inside. So we're just going to pull off one side. We're going to learn our lesson this time. And we're just going to line this up almost to the score line. And then I'm going to take the other side off. And I'm just going to close it. So now we've got pop-up and pop-up. And on the inside here, we're going to do the little owls that are flying away right in front of our little tree. So I'm just going to flatten this out. And I'm going to put this kind of towards the top. Ah, that's the end. After like 15 years, I finally reached the end of this roll. That tape has traveled. All right, so I'm going to just pop this up so that I can make sure that it's going to sit right. And then I think we're going to make the bear wobble too. We're going to put a present down here on the front as well. Actually, we're going to put the present by the gift card. Right here. And then on our front, we're going to go with the deer and the plaid. Aren't those pretty? Isn't that gorgeous? And I love that it kind of has a distressed look to it. Did I lose you guys? I think we're still alive. Everyone's so quiet. There we go. I'm going to put our tree and our little bear. Okay. Thanks, Teresa. I was worried there for a minute that maybe I was frozen and I didn't know. All right. Thanks, guys. And you know what? He could go on a wobbler too. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Oh, I'm sorry you have a headache, Shelly. But we're going to pop him up on some foam tape. Just a little bit. If I'm going too fast, Terry, just holler. And I'll slow down. All right. I get it, Teresa. I actually had 2 back surgeries and have an appointment Wednesday with my doctor. All right, so we have our adhesive. We're gonna add a little glue, and I only put the wet glue over the top so that I have a little bit of wiggle room. I need to clean out my. I hope you feel better too. I hope everybody that's not feeling good today feels better. All right, I gotta poke. Too much talking, not enough gluing. All right, there we go. And our little bear. With a little bit of dimension. And with him, I think I'm gonna cut this down. I'm not fussy cutting. And we're just gonna cut it with a fairly thin border. And you could round the corners, you could ink blend on the edges here. I don't have red out, but I'm gonna put my Merry Christmas on the front right here. Hey, Anna Marit! So we're gonna set this down here in the corner. All right, are we ready to put it? Let's put it together. So we're gonna do our bottom part here. And then we're gonna do our top part. And this is gonna pull it up just a little bit because of the way that it works. So it's a little bit shorter than what, so we'll just give that a close. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. And then, watch this, we're gonna put our gift card. So, well, it's gonna stick out. I need to rethink that. I need to use smaller tape, I think. Let me see if I can get it to go this way. There we go. So there, you would just have to use a really small bit of glue. But there's your pop-up gift card. Closes down. This part here is the one that we took the screenshot of. This piece here is this right here. So this one here is this here. If that helps kind of visualize things. And then we added the little gift card holder, but you could add your gift card holder down here. This is just kind of fun that it pops up, but you might want to take it all the way to the edge out here instead, since it was a last minute thing. I didn't think that one through very well. And then we got our little gift here and our little bear on the front. And then we have, get all my stuff out of the way, our Wobblin' Hedgie. Oh, Shelly, it's really easy. And if you get stuck, just message me, friend. But they're so, look at this. He wobbles. And then this was the log cabin. So this one has on the inside the tree with the deer and then just says Merry Christmas here. But I love that the trees here are the background for the trees here. And then we did our hedgehog, and I used the trees again. We've got the little tiny hedgie on the stump, mistletoe wishes, and then the little deer on the bottom. So that's what it looks like sideways. And our wobbling hedgie on the front. And then this is the one we just did as a gift card holder. And so it's got the tree, and then your gift card would go right in here. But I didn't make this go out far enough. Yes, Carol. Make sure you share it in the Not Too Shabby Friends Facebook group so that we can all see it. I would love to see the Halloween things on the yes, wobblers on everything. Wobblers make people happy. So there they are. I am so glad you guys joined. I hope this gives you some inspiration for the mood board challenge, and make sure you enter. There's a wonderful, wonderful prize from Jamie. So make sure that you get those cards projects done and entered. I need new glue pins for everything. And get those in there. I am so glad you joined me. Have an amazing Monday. Have a fantastic week. And remember, always be kinder than you need to be, because you never know what someone's going through. And this is a rough time of year for people. So, you know what? Just be kind. Anyway, much love. I will see you all next Monday on my channel for another episode of Moody Monday. And have a fantastic day, y'all. Thanks.
Oh, every month a brand new board, pretty colors, themes galore. Get inspired, make a card, creativity's your reward. No, link it up, don't be shy, one will win, give it a try. 15 teams to spend with glee, crafty goodies, yay, so free.